Hi students, welcome back to today's class. Now we are going to continue the topic, that is the three forms of IPR infringement. Okay, so first one is intellectual property right violation. Infringement means violation. So in the first one, plagiarism. So plagiarism means stealing someone's information without their consent or without their permission or without giving credit to them or acknowledge to them. Okay, that is only known as plagiarism. And then copyright infringement and trademark infringement. Okay, so plagiarism means stealing. Okay, so if you see the English dictionary, you will find the meaning of the word plagiarisms, that the unauthorized use or close imitation of the language and the thoughts of the another author, and the representation of them as one's own original work. So and you are representing that as a your original work. Okay, so plagiarism is stealing someone else's intellectual work and representing it as your own work without citing the source of information. Okay, without mentioning their from where you have obtained that information, or you have created your work. So without mentioning that, if you are creating representing that work as your own work, then that is known as plagiarism. So it is stealing someone else's intellectual work. It can be an idea or literary work or academic work, and representing it as your own work without giving the credit or to the creator, or the without citing the source of information, only known as plagiarism. So any of the following acts would be termed as plagiarism. So what are all those? Using some other author's work without giving credit to the author, without mentioning their name, without acknowledging them. So through because of them only I have completed this work, like that. Anything if you are not mentioning, that is all, that is also considered as plagiarism only. Using someone else's work in incorrect form. So if you are not using in a proper form, from the derive, if you are deriving some works or some information from the owner. So if you are not using it in correct form, then intended originally by the author or created. So if the author or created is mentioned in a correct way, if you are not using it in correct way, incorrect way, if you are making use of that, then that is also plagiarism. Then modifying someone else's information production, and such as music composition, etc., without giving credit or without attributing it to creator of the work. Okay, without mentioning the person's name, creator name. Okay, if you are doing that, then if you are modifying some kind of information, then that is known as plagiarism. Then giving incorrect source of information or wrongful citation. So if one owner created, if you are giving acknowledgement to the other owner, some who is not created that. Okay, so that is known as wrongful citation. Okay, so incorrect source of information if you are giving, then that is also plagiarism only. And failure, if you are failed to give some credit or attribute, or acknowledging to the others, that is the owner, no. Or if you are doing a collaborative work, that is the teamwork, if you are doing it. So in the team, maximum 2 or 3 4 members may be involved in a team. So if you are not praising them, or if you are not giving credit to the other team members, okay, then that is also kind of plagiarism only. And how not to plagiarize, as most universities put in their student handbook. Okay, so most of the universities, they are including in their student handbook. Okay, what they are mentioning means, in order to avoid the plagiarism, you must give credit whenever you use another person idea or opinion or theory. Okay, so whenever the student is using another person's idea or opinion or theory, they need to mention the author's name. Okay, the original persons who has given that information, from whose website or book you have referred the information, then you need to mention their names. Okay, you should give credit or acknowledgement, you should provide. And quotations of another person's actual spoken or written words also you need to uh, mention. Okay, credit. And paraphrase of another person's spoken or written words also you need to acknowledge it. Okay, in your work. Plagiarism is offense if plagiarism involves copying not only the ideas but also substantial portion of the copyrighted work without the attribution or without the permission. It would amount to both the copyright infringement and the violation of the special right of the author to be created. So it will be leading to both copyright infringement, like that also. We can take it, and then violation of the special right also we can take it. The author can consider this. Okay, so if the plagiarism involving copying not only the ideas and also substantial portion of the uh, that is a half portion of the copyrighted work also, if you are using without mentioning or without giving getting permission of the owner, then it is a kind of offense only. Okay, so copyright infringement and the violation of an author's right to be credited are both civil wrongs and criminal offenses. Okay, so civil suit, that is civil cases, may be established and criminal charges may also be filed if we are doing a plagiarism. Okay, so both civil suit, that is civil cases, and criminal charges are punishable offenses and the amount to fine and penalties. Okay, so you need to pay some penalties for that if you are doing it. And copyright infringement, it refers to using copyrighted work without the consent or permission of the copyright holder. So who is the copyright holder for the product? So from them we need to get the permission before we use their work. So the infringement of intellectual property occurs when an individual or group of individuals fabricate copywriters' work intentionally or unintentionally without giving them credit. If they are using their work now without that is intentional or purposefully or without purpose also, if they are using it, they need to give the credit for the owner. For example, if you use an image or a video available online, if it is available online, any image or any person's video or image, if you are using it without asking for permission, it may be copyrighted infringement, because not everything which is available on the internet is available for free use. Okay, so most of the things available online are copyright protected. So copyright infringement, it refers to using copyrighted work without the consent or permission of the copyright holder. So copyright holder, from them we need to get the permission. If you are not doing it, then that is known as copyright infringement. If you are violating that, if you are not getting proper permission from the copyright holder, and if you are making use of their works, okay, without their knowledge, then that is known as copyright infringement. So other examples of copyright infringement includes selling pirated books. So what are the other examples we can give for this copyright infringement? So mainly books they'll be having the author will get the copyright permission. Okay, so selling pirated books. Okay, pirated means what? Steal, rob. That is only one copy if you are buying it and making xerox copy of that and selling it. So all those things, it's a pirated one only. So selling pirated books, stolen books, and selling copied or duplicated artwork. Okay, if you have duplicated that work, then if you are selling that, then that is known as copyright infringement only. Selling pirated software, that is not original software, which is obtained through cracks or key generators, through key generator tools. If you have obtained that software and if you are selling it, okay, then that is known as selling a pirated software, is also unlicensed software. Okay, that is only pirated. And performing a play in a public without obtaining permission from the playwright. Okay, any movie or any song, if you are playing it, then you need to get the permission from the owner or the creator. Online piracy and many other such acts, all those things comes under copyright infringement. Okay, next is trademark infringement. It is unauthorized usage of a mark, that is symbol. Okay, unauthorized, that is without getting the permission, that is also the meaning, other meaning for unauthorized. So unauthorized usage of a mark that is identical or deceptively similar to the registered trademark. Deceptively means what? Cheated way, they will be using similar kind of symbol for their product. Okay, so that is also what? Trademark infringement only. Without the permission of you, if they are using your same mark and identical mark and deceptively similar image, if they are using it, similarly registered trademark if they are using, then that is also trademark infringement only. um, so the term deceptively similar here means that when an average consumer looks at the mark, okay, if any average consumer or customer, if they are looking at the mark or symbol, it is likely to confuse him or her of the origin of the goods or services. So they'll be getting confusion that which is the original product, which is the original good. So because this product is also having the same mark, same symbol, so like that they will get confusion when they are seeing that deceptive kind of what marking. Okay, so all types of IPR infringement, that is plagiarism, copyright infringement, trademark infringement, or crimes, and the owner can initiate a legal action against the people or companies who are doing it. Okay, so who is doing this kind of infringement? So against them, the owner can initiate a legal action. Okay, so next is digital property rights. So what does digital property means? Digital assets. Okay, that is online accounts. We will see some examples. What are all comes under digital property? So digital property or digital assets refers to any information about you. Okay, what is digital property? Any information about you and created by you or created by you. Okay, it may be about you also or it can be created by you also. So that kind of information that exists in the digital form, either online or an electronic storage device. Either it can be available in the internet or it can be available in one storage media also. So about you or which is created by you, both the kind of contents also, this is known as digital property. So all of your digital property comprises what is known as your digital estate. Okay, so every digital property collectively it is known as what? Digital estate, we can say that. Okay, examples of digital property includes any online personal accounts, email like this, email and communication accounts, social media accounts, shopping accounts. Okay, e-commerce websites and all we are maintaining our account, no details, phone address, phone number, addresses, all those things we are mentioning there. So that accounts, and then photo and video sharing accounts, Instagram, and video gaming accounts, online storage accounts, websites, blogs that you may manage. Okay, so domain names registered in your name, intellectual property. So any kind of blog information if you are updating in the website. Okay, that is the intellectual property. Then including copyrighted materials, the trademarks, patents, and any software or code which is created by you. Okay, you may have written and owned. So all these are examples for what? Digital property. So digital properties rights lie with the owner. So legally, a person who has created it, okay, or the owner who has got it, developed by paying legally, is the legal owner of the digital property. If a person is getting the product by paying it properly, then he is also owner only. So only the owner can use and decide who and all can and in what form his or her digital asset can may be used by the others. Okay, so he only need to decide who can use his product and in which form they can use it. All those things the owner can decide. So whether by making payments or by buying it or by obtaining its license or usage rights, etc. So whether they can get the usage rights and they can use it, or whether they should obtain the license, or whether they should pay some amount. So all those things should be decided by the digital property owner only. Okay, so but this is not the case generally. There are many threats to digital properties. Okay, so what are the kinds of proper threats we are having for the digital properties? So first one is common threats. Okay, so you know the word threats. Okay, threats means some external issues which is coming in order to break on in order to breach the digital assets. Okay, so digital software penetration tools. Although one needs to buy the usage rights or license to use the digital property. So any person, if they want to use the digital property, they need to buy it, or they need to get the usage rights, or they should get the license for using that property. There are many software penetration tools such as cracking tools and key generator tools created by the hackers in order to penetrate, okay, in order to come inside your software registration system and enable the unauthorized users to freely access your software. So what they will do, hackers, they'll be using these key generator tools or cracker tools in order to penetrate the original software registration system, and they'll be making other unauthorized users in order to use that software freely. Any other person they can able to use that software like that they'll be making. So hackers will be making this uh, facility available because of this penetration tools, key generator tools and cracking tools. Okay, freely they can access the software. So next one is stealing and plagiarizing codes of your digital properties. Okay.